It's time for one of the best crypto stories. This is a great Bitcoin story. One of the best ones I've ever heard with my own ears. Hi there, crypto fans. Dick Allgire here in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. Yesterday, I met with a group of crypto enthusiasts, like-minded people, and we were sitting around a coffee shop, around a table, enjoying each other's company, talking about cryptos and politics. And one of the guys was named Peter. Here's a picture of Peter. He's from Hungary. Okay, this is a great story about Peter. So we were talking about when the run-up is coming, when the new all-time high will hit, when are we going to take some profits and cashed out. And I told the story of 2021 when we had that massive run 2 years ago. And I told them, you know, Mimi and I can remember being in my living room looking on her iPod, and we were looking at Rolex watches, like we're gonna cash out and buy his and her Rolexes. And these guys were all laughing, and Peter just kind of nodded. And I hadn't noticed what he was wearing. Okay, so we're talking. It's like an hour later, and I asked him, when did you get in, Peter? And he said, well, I got it in 2016. And he said, whenever someone badmouths cryptos or claims that Bitcoin is a fraud and a scam and a Ponzi scheme, he says, I just look at my Rolex watch and smile. And I noticed, wow, he was wearing a really nice Rolex that he bought with Bitcoin profit. Good job. So I asked him, how much was Bitcoin when you got in? And here's his story. He had a friend who was one of the early Bitcoin proselytizers. This guy wouldn't shut up about Bitcoin, and Peter didn't want to hear about it back then. He was like, enough with the Bitcoin, like quit, I'm not interested. You got to get Bitcoin. You got to get, one of those people that just grabs you by the collar. You got to get into Bitcoin. And Peter said, just shut up about Bitcoin. Well, the guy owed Peter $200. So Peter said, I'll tell you what. At that point, one Bitcoin was $200. Peter said, just give me one of those damn Bitcoin, and then I'll call you don't owe me the $200. The guy goes, okay, one Bitcoin for you. And the guy called him up later and said, hey, have you been watching your Bitcoin? Peter, no, I don't know. That $200 Bitcoin is now worth $1,000. Now we're at $35,000. Peter also bought Ethereum, which is now hovering around, I think it's down to 1,800 today, about 18 to 2,000. $1,800, $2,000, one Ethereum. Peter bought Ethereum for 36 cents. I said, oh my God, you bought Ethereum for 36 cents? You must be just, woo, talk about buy the Rolex. He said, yeah, but I sold it at 75 cents.